present, he's under the cosh and needs a big result here in Cota this weekend as we pick up Pedro Acosta, who doesn't seem to matter what challenge you put in front of him. He just is able to get on with the job, effortlessly working his way around his Cota circuit. Caught up with a couple of mechanics this morning, and they felt that this would be arguably his biggest test of the season so far. Well, it's got to the fly cooling. Although yesterday, you really just say, oh, why your commentator's choice, but hey, I will let him have that one. Yeah, he's exploring the limits, shall we say, so far. Today, of course, we did see him running off a little bit this morning. It was a session of 2 halves this morning. He was down the back of the field for the first half of the session, bolted on some new tyres. There's immediately up inside the top Jerez, the rear snakes left, snakes right, as he tries to get it stopped from the thick end of 300 kilometers an hour down that back straight down to around about 60 k's for the first gear, turn 12, and unfortunately he was nowhere near the apex that time, but he's not the first, he won't be the last to make a mistake through there. There are so many big braking stops around this Cota layout. This is another of them into turn 1, while we've already seen Marc Marquez run wide earlier on into 10, 11 and into 12. Huge heavy braking zones. Well, of course, you need that braking stability, which is why generally riders favour the harder front tyre around here. Yeah, when you see those hard braking zones, you know that Kevin Schwantz had some influence in the design of this Cota circuit. Great to see so many American legends gathered here this weekend. Teddy Roberts, of course, the triple 500cc world champion in the late 70s, famous for his unbelievable battles with Barry Sheene. Wayne Rainey's here, of course, trying to unearth the future American talents as the boss of Motor America. Kevin Schwantz is here, the 1993 500cc world champion. And just on that night, actually, we send our thoughts, our prayers and condolences to the family and friends of Pat Hedden, who sadly passed away recently. The first American rider to win a Premier Class Grand Prix. He was in many respects one of the trailblazers, one of such a golden generation of American talent. Great to see the likes of Kenny Roberts, Wayne Rainey and Kevin Schwantz here. The 3 names that are right up there with proper ultimate legends in this great sport. We should also, while we're talking about that, just send our best wishes to a couple of former MotoGP riders who've been in the wars recently. Danilo Petrucci, of course, is World Superbikes nowadays. Had a big motocross crash which has left him rather second-hand. And Andrea Dovizioso too, who was certainly showing no signs of slowing down on a motocross track, and he had a pretty high-speed get-up as well on his motocross machine earlier on this week, which saw him out to be airly exhausted. But fortunately as well, he is also on the mend, so we wish him well. Marc Marquez once again there, nowhere near the racetrack there, this time through turn 19. Marquez running on to this lap time well count for anything. Much like we saw this morning, a slightly scruffy start to the session for the King of Cota. My promise at the start for another former Cota winner here, Andrea Bastianini on the 23 Ducati Live team machine. And now is already rapid in this early part of practice, down to a 2:04.258, and Pedro Acosta is the first rider in the 203s, definitely joined immediately by the likes of Martin Sparger, Fernandez, Augusto Fernandez and Jack Miller. Martina now leads early on with a 2:03.036. We're already inside the lap times that we saw this morning from Maverick Vinales to the 2:03.2. Aleix Espargaro, that's a significant jump on what we saw from him this morning. It was a very quiet session for Aleix on the 41. He didn't do anything better than a 2:04.8 this morning. He was already 2.2 quicker than that this afternoon. So Martin, the man that's chasing the championship, the man that's chasing here near the part of this practice session here in Cota under some glorious spring sunshine and almost perfect conditions with Grand Prix motorcycle racing, of course, tomorrow at 3 p.m. local time. Tissot Sprint will be underway, 10 laps. Then the full distance Grand Prix here on Sunday, over 20 laps.
Yeah, thanks, Jack. Thanks to a brilliant boss, Massimo Rivaldi. At the moment, Aleix Espargaro, you have to say, very non-committal about his plans beyond 2024. It does seem that if he does decide to hang up his letters as a race rider, well, he'll have an open door, an open ticket to become a brilliant test and development rider. That could be important as well, to tap into Aleix's experience, given there's all kinds of strong rumours that there will be a significant technical change, engine capacity change, when the rules will, or new rules will be implemented in 2026. 7 MotoGP World Championship. Aleix, I think, just giving themselves 3 or 4 more Grand Prix just to see whether the hunger, the desire is still there. He's 34 years of age now, Aleix. He's the oldest statesman of this MotoGP World Championship. This weekend is his 324th Grand Prix start. He's made so many sacrifices. He's certainly put in the hard yards, Lewis. You do wonder whether Aleix, being so non-committed as he is right now, whether he is actually sort of starting to seriously contemplate maybe the arm all the time. Yeah, I guess ultimately it will all come down to how competitive Aleix Espargaro is. I mean, for so many of these riders, the enjoyment comes from winning. The enjoyment comes from being competitive. And Aleix Espargaro isn't. So I guess that will make the decision for him, of course. He's put in the shade a little bit recently by Maverick Vinales. It's so easy to forget, there's just a couple of rounds ago, the first race of the season, so many of us arrived at the sales circuit on the Sunday at Qatar, fully tipping Aleix Espargaro for victory that weekend. Afternoon, it all went wrong in the race itself. And the last 5 times now, Aleix Espargaro has finished the Grand Prix. He's finished now in 8th place. It has been in the top 6 since Motegi of last season. So that's the kind of streak that Aleix Espargaro is going to try and snap out on if he can. There's no question how high in esteem Aprilia holds Aleix Espargaro in. They love him to bits down at that Newali factory. He's been such an integral part of their rise from also Rins, wooden spoon merchants in MotoGP, half a decade or so ago, to now being genuine race victory and title contenders. That's what Aleix Espargaro's got to do, which is how much more gas is there in the tank. It's a training regime coming into this 2024 season, which certainly isn't the kind of thing you do when you're winding your career down. But I guess Aleix Espargaro, the longer this season goes on, particularly if he's not able to extract the maximum out of the Prix, he may have a decision to make. He said pre-season his future is in his hands. It will be all down to speed and results. And whether, of course, MotoGP, whether they all feel like they need to move in a different direction, whether bringing on some younger talent on board. What is one of them like is that pretty much somehow they keep Aleix Espargaro in the fold and test and develop the rider role, which is a role his brother's fulfilling very well at the moment to Cage. I think Aleix Espargaro was in Jerez, wasn't he, early this week before he hopped on the plane across the Atlantic to carry out his latest duties as what I'm told is a phenomenal pundit and analyst that Spanish colleagues Dazar. I actually saw him on the press conference so young doing a few interviews. So he's still doing a sterling job behind the scenes for KTM. John Zarco on the motorcycle with the team that won this very Grand Prix here 1 year ago when Alex Rins was sat on top of the LCR Honda. It's a really, really good weekend actually for LCR last year because Rins was sent to Bagnaia in the T-Show Sprint as well. Talking about Bagnaia and the factory team, let's see how they're faring so far here in Kota. Former kind of winner there last year, he's 4th, 1 place out of Bagnaia, that's 5th place. There's been some thoughts of Mauro Gassini, the Ducati team was, who is with Japan? Yeah, he certainly is. There's an opportunity to get the chance to me anyway, to chat with Mauro, and a pleasure to do so. What a start to 2024. It's certainly not been easy for you stepping in. You've already signed Pecco, you've got his teammate to sort out, you've got Pramac and VR46 deals to sort out, and then last time out, Pecco and Marc coming together. A busy start to 2024. How have you found it all, Flint? Yeah, I mean, as big as it is, because, you know, I was so working with Ducati 20 years ago. So I perfectly understand the situation, so the marketing point of view, but the watch point of view is not so easy. So I'm still learning, I'm still watching around, and that's why I'm doing my best at the moment. Let's try and cover up some of the hot topics then. World Championship leader is on the Ducati at the moment, Jorge Martin. It's been so impressive with victory last time out. How much have you been pleased to see him riding in the manner that he is? I mean, Jorge is a champion. He showed us a lot of time last year. This year he started as with futures there. So he's a champion, no surprise, honestly speaking. In terms of the incident between Marc and Pecco, what have you done after that incident to try and make sure we don't see something similar happening again? I mean, where is he? I sent both of them a message on Tuesday, just, hey guys, everything's under control. Pecco and Marc, actually like, yes, there's everything under control, looking for Kota, so positive, very positive. That's good to hear. already there's a lot of talk, not only about the rider market, but in terms of which teams are going to be running which bikes at the moment for the next year. VR46 and Pramac both have their contracts ending with Ducati at the end of this current season. What's the latest update on the negotiations with both of them? Yeah, we have some table
Clark, Hockenheim, and Silverstone as well. Sector 1, very much reminiscent of Magnus and Beckus, isn't it, at Silverstone? As we pick up Vinales, this is right at the top end of the circuit. The bottom gear, turn 11, crucial there now to get good drive, get good acceleration grip as you power now down this long back straight, 1.2 kilometres in length, which makes it the longest straight on the Grand Prix calendar. Over that little crest, which can slowly unsettle the bike in the braking zone. It's all nice and clean, this by Vinales. Good lap as well, coming in from Maverick. Out on some fresh Michelin rubber there, brand new medium front, medium rear at the start of the session. Yeah, because Vinales is one of those who did go for new rubber earlier on this morning in free practice. Although, of course, if you're familiar with MotoGP, you'll know that that session this morning did not count towards qualifying. Solely this 60-minute practice session will determine who moves through into qualifying 2. Maverick Vinales winning just ahead of Pedro Acosta on circuit. Both on target to improve at the moment. Almost certainly the final 15 to 20 minutes as well. We'll expect the fireworks in this practice session. Vinales now approaches the final corner. Of course, we have seen him challenge at the front here at Cota before. Of course, Spanish way in means on the crutched of a wave in early 2017. He was challenging Marc Marquez, but crashed out of that leading batteries. Up in the second place in these early stage times, 203.1. That's a tenth quicker than he went this morning. It was right here in Coach, and it's just his second Moto2 start back in 2014 where he dominated that Grand Prix. Having set the fastest lap on his Moto2 debut in Qatar, it was those two performances which immediately caught the eye of then Suzuki team boss Davide Brevillon. It's like, yeah, these are man, absolutely no question whatsoever. And Vinales was taken after just one season in Moto2 into the factory Suzuki fold for 2016 season, wasn't it? Then we go Pecco Bagnaia out of the final corner, winds the power on the factory Ducati up to 5th place, treating him towards the low 203s. The all-time net record holder here around Cota, Bagnaia, on his way to that pole here last year, which looked like being a catalyst to another dream double. He got half a job done when he won the Tito sprint, and then properly fluffed his lines right here when he dubbed the factory Ducati. But he was 2.5 seconds clear of Alex Finn, and there was that rather strange analogy where he said, well, the Ducati's almost too good. You don't get any sort of warning about when you're going to actually lose control. And it certainly raised a few eyebrows at a post-race statement last year. Only there were many riders playing the violin for Pecco. When he said that, he many riders would have happily swapped for the too good motorcycle that Pecco Bagnaia eventually took to the World Championship. Of course, it has been a bit of a feature of Pecco Bagnaia on occasions over the years, making mistakes when arguably he's not under pressure. It feels like when the pressure's at its highest, that's when Pecco Bagnaia is at his best, as he proved late last season in battle for the World Championship. So many of the incidents and crashes Bagnaia say in Grand Prix have been when he's in rather unchallenged positions. The unchallenged really had here last year. He was in a very safe second place in Argentina last year when he crashed, safe second in India when he went down, and he looked like he had the sprint under control in Portimao too when he made that mistake. So Bagnaia will feel keen to iron out those mistakes, because it's very clear already after just 2 rounds of 2024 that Jorge Marfil is not going to leave many points out there to be snatched by the rest of them. Bounce back ability is what Bagnaia needs here this weekend, and he has delivered in the past. He's not normally a rider that dwells too long on setbacks. If you look at his most